try to emulate as you get older.
Oh, yeah.
Have a spiritual father that we try to emulate.
Oh, yeah.
And also want to give honor to our physical fathers on this morning because we know they put a lot to us.
Oh, yeah.
My father, see that some of y'all may not have your father with you this morning, still say you love him.
Oh,
Still
yeah.
say you thank him for it, and still say you want to be the type of father that God will have you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have your Bible on this morning? Say amen.
Amen.
Have you read your Bible this week? Say amen.
Amen.
Is your Bible dusty? Say amen. We got better at this game. All right. We're going to jump right in on this Father's Day. If I had a topic for this morning, church, it would be get to it, going through it, and when we do it.
All right.
Get to it, going through it, and when we do it.
All right.
What's your neighbor, neighbor? I'm getting to it.
I'm getting to it.
I'm going through it.
I'm going through
But Lord, won't he do it?
Lord.
Somebody going through something. Someone said, Lord, they were the real Lord this morning. I'm getting to it. I'm going through it. And Lord, won't he do it? See, if you have not lived yet, you're going to start living on this morning. If you have been living on this earth and you want to keep living, you have to realize that life is 3 cycles. Life is made up of 3 cycles of life. You're either coming up on a storm, you're either in a storm, or you're coming out of a storm. That's the only cycle that we have in life, church. But we're coming up to a storm, we're already in the storm, or we are leaving the storm. And the Bible says, hey, that all that will look godly in Jesus Christ will suffer persecution. So if I'm in a storm, but it's because of the Lord, I'm all right. Amen. Now, if it's your own fault, get yourself out that mess, all right? But if you say it's the Lord stuff, and I'm following Jesus, and somebody's just messing with me, I'm okay. They say, count it all joy when you fall into temptation, knowing you're trying to be faith, work it, patience. But this morning, we want to talk about getting to it, going through it, and wanting to do it. Let me set the table for you. Daniel chapter 1, but we're going to pick up in Daniel chapter 3. But let me set the table. Brothers, get ready to read for me on this morning. In Daniel chapter 1, there's a new king in town. God has allowed Israel to be taken over and put in captivity. Now, God's people are the Israelites, but every time, God's people don't always want to act right. Can I get an amen on that one? That's right. If you ain't saying amen, you probably want to know people who ain't acting right. Okay. Sometimes we don't want to act right, but when we're in God's house and we're in God's family. It happens to all of us. It's okay. All right. But at this point, God has allowed somebody else to take over. But even when God allows you to go through things, He still keeps certain people under His protection. He still keeps certain people under His care, and He still gives favor to certain people. So in Daniel chapter 1, we are in exile, we're in captivity, but God gives Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego a little extra favor than everybody else. We're going to walk this thing through because some of y'all are like, who is that? Abednego? We're going to talk about that, right? Say Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Don't say no Abednego no more in your life. It's Abednego. That's what we got to do. We on that time, okay? It's Abednego. Now, if you look at Daniel chapter 1, God gave Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, He gave them extra abilities. The Bible says in Daniel chapter 1, He gave them 10 times better wisdom than all the other magicians. Even in their captivity, Brother Al, they were still better than everybody else. In chapter 1, Daniel says, I don't want the king's meat. I'm not going to defile myself with this king's mess. God gave him favor. And so they had the Daniel fast, as we call it today. And they came back later on, and they looked better than the people who had the king's food. When you're with God, and you walk with God's food, you're always trying to live better, a little healthier, and you look a little better off than when you're trying the world's best thing. That ain't my lesson. I'm just throwing it in. That's free. That ain't cost you that right there, all right? When I look at Daniel chapter 1, though, he says Daniel has a little extra ability than even Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All 4 of these boys have been given favor by God. Because I need you to understand, you're about to get to it, you're about to go through it, and then watch me do it.
All right.
That's what God set him up for. So now we flip over to Daniel chapter 2, and the king has a dream. Nobody in his land can interpret this dream. Nobody can do anything with it. He says, Daniel, I need you to do this for me. Daniel does something that nobody else in the land can do, church. He can deliver this dream and interpret it for the king.
Yes.
Daniel is a servant of God, and he can do something that nobody else can do.
All right.
Have you ever seen some time when only a servant of God can do some things for you that nobody else can do? When you've been stuck in a situation and you always call on the servants of God because you know they can get a prayer through for you. They can get a blessing on your street. They can get some overflow in your life. This is what Daniel is going to do for the king. So the king said, Daniel, I got something for you. I'm going to put you over these people. He said, listen, I appreciate that, king, but now I also need to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Daniel is preparing because he knows what the battle is about to be. He said, I need my boys with me at the same time. So now, I got Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That's who we have on the scene. So now we're in Daniel chapter 3. Let's go there. That's the background, church. Now we're on Daniel chapter 3. Somebody let's start verse number 1.
Go ahead.
Somebody better read it for me.
Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits, and the breadth thereof 60.
90 feet by 9 feet wide.
He set it up in the plain of Dura, in the province of Babylon. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king sent together the princes, the governors, and the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces to come to the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. Then the princes, the governors and captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces were gathered together unto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
Now, start right there, Philip. Thank you. The king says, I want something for myself. The king is not a Christian. The king is not a follower of God. The king says, I want to show how good that I am. But I also have Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Satan has been setting this course for him for quite a while. Satan realized, I tried to get him in captivity, they wouldn't lead the Lord. I tried him with this dream, they wouldn't lead the Lord. I tried him with this fast, they wouldn't lead the Lord. The king actually likes these individuals. See, sometimes people in the world really care for you. Everybody in the world not bad, church. There's some good people in the world. But now sometimes Satan say, I can't get through them through that book. I'm going to come at through people.
All right.
I'm going to put something in somebody else's mind to try to mess with you. I can't get to you myself, so I need to find somebody else that can mess with you. They're about to start getting to it in just a second. Keep reading.
And they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Then an herald cried aloud, to you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages, that at what time you hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, you shall fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up.
When the music starts playing, it's time for y'all to dance. That's what he's saying. I need worship, and I need worship for me. I don't need worship for God. I need worship for me. Ooh. I just came out of a storm. I beat that storm. I beat another storm with the dream. I beat another storm with the fast. And God put me right back in number about it.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, Satan's really working.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have you ever felt in your life, now, I just beat one storm.
Oh, yeah.
How am I end up in another storm?
Oh, yeah.
I just showed Satan that he can't get me with that. Now he's coming through the back door with this.
Oh, yeah.
And the same person who helped you get out of that last storm might be the person putting you in the next one.
Right.
That's King Nebuchadnezzar right here. He took them boys out of the last storm, exalted them, but now he said, I'm about to put you in another storm.
Oh, yeah.
Get to it, go on through it, and won't he do it? Keep reading.
Oh, yeah.
And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. Therefore at that time, when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and all kinds of music, all the people, the nations, and the languages, fell down and worshipped the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
Let's break it down to modern day. If you say, I don't want to serve Jesus Christ anymore this morning, Trey, I'm going to put a gun to your head and blow your brains out. So I'm going to walk to Brother Carl. Brother Carl, do you believe in Jesus? What you going to say, Brother Carl? Yes, he said, yes, sir. Man! Everybody saw that happen. Walk down to the bar then. So, Barb, you believe in Jesus? She just saw what happened to Carl, y'all. See, then it's getting real. He said, no time to waste. In the same hour, I'm going to put you in the fire. Sometimes your trial happens just like that. And your life heats up in the exact same way. He said, I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to throw you in if you don't do this. They are at an immediate trial that has life implications. Do I want to do this? But now you got to remember, now, he didn't make this for those 4 wars. He likes those wars. But anytime Satan is busy, Satan ain't not going to see just one person, Brother John. He going to see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Watch the next verse.
Wherefore at that time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. They spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth, that he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up.
King. King, first of all, I love you, King. See, when Satan starts off, he starts with flattery first. You know, hey, I wouldn't treat you like that. Leave your husband. I ain't gonna treat you no better. I'm just telling you that right now, okay? You know, you don't really need that job. Sell your drugs, that's better. It's fast money. You gotta work for to get paid. It's cash. That's what I'm gonna say to you. You know, you ain't gonna be caught drinking and driving this time. Satan's working through people right now. These people say, I want to be in their position. I want to have favor that Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego have. I need that same kind of favor. So I'm going to be the Christian haters. Y'all ever heard of the Christian haters? Look around and say, hey, Christian haters. If somebody didn't let you mean, they probably a Christian hater, all right? Hey, Christian haters. These are Christian haters here. I don't want these men to get the praise. I want to be in their spot, so I got to make the king feel exalted and take something against him. King, you know, you are the greatest king. Let me tell you about them boys that you put in positions. See, sometimes when you're doing right, it draws attention from not only God, but from Satan. If you're not working for the Lord, He's probably not messing with you. If your life is free, your life is easy, you don't have no problem, you probably ain't doing nothing for God. Now that don't sound like a fatherly message, I know, but it's just true. If you're sitting there and God says, my servant there is working, Satan gonna go after. If you're on the battlefield for the Lord, you're trying hard, Satan coming after you. If I'm trying to be faithful, if I'm trying to live right, Satan coming after you. There's no need for Satan to fight people that are already his. So now when you say, I'm not going through anything in life ever, my life has just been peachy, my life is creamy, you may have to question what's going on. Because if I'm working for the Lord, Satan is also working against you. I can assure you of that fact. So these men said, King, these men, they're not doing it. Now the king is just a man. Watch what happens with it.
Then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage and fury, commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, But if you worship not, you shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hand?
Now, if you remember, if you've never read Daniel, in Daniel chapter 2, Nebuchadnezzar was just saying, I thank God that Daniel, your God, is the God of gods. But now in Daniel chapter 3, he's saying, what God gonna help you out when I do this to you? See, when you're a Christian, people soon forget what you just done for them.
Amen.
You do 99 good things for people. That one bad thing that they think you did wrong to them,
Amen.
they don't never forget it.
That's right.
And who's going to help you out of this situation? It's a terrible situation, but they are really, really getting to it. They are at a moment in their lives, church, where they have to make a decision.
All right.
Which road am I going to take? This storm is here, whether I want it or not. How do I deal with this storm? Because I'm about to start going through it. Keep reading.
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then was Nebuchadnezzar.
Stop right there. A lot of times in the church, we confuse faith with God fulfilling promises.
All right.
Daniel, these three Hebrew boys said, I really don't have to give you an answer, king, because God is able to do this. But the word said, but if not. Your faith is tested in but if not.
Well,
I'm working hard for this promotion. What if God says, but if not?
right.
Can I still stay with the Lord?
All right.
When this lady left me, can I still say, but if not? When church folk talk bad about you, can you still say, but if not?
All right.
When folks don't want to act right at home, on the job, in the Lord's house, in the poor house, in any house, can you still say, but if not? See, I don't serve the Lord because of what he does for me all the time. I serve the Lord because he is God. Is that your mentality, or you saying, God ain't gave me no blessing this week, so I don't really know the answer this week? I told you, we didn't have to leave Christian sometimes. You know, when it's going well, oh man, we were singing, folks in here like, it was nice here. Lose your job tomorrow. How many of y'all forget every song we sung this morning?
Well,
How many, Lord, how you do this to me? Lord, why you let this happen to me? This morning I had faith. We saw, everlasting arm, mansion robe and crown. We saw all this heavenly stuff. Everybody in the spirit at trying. Are we but if not Christians? Because this is what a trial really is. See, sometimes you got to go through stuff so that God's glory can be seen. If you get yourself out of the situation, that wasn't God. You think you did it yourself.
That's right.
Oh, I beat them. They ain't smart enough. They ain't good enough. You're stuck, and you can't get out of the situation. Only God gets you out of it. Oh, see, I don't have a church, so I'm going to preach it anyway. All right. Because you got to understand this point. But if not Christian, is what we need our faith to be like. If God does this for me or not, I'm going to serve him.
That's right.
If I die poor or rich, I'm going to serve him. If I lose my health or I have my health, I'm still going to serve him. How many times y'all ever notice church? If you're a church leader, you understand it. Summertime attendance be way high in the church. Oh man, attendance is nice in the summer. Wait till around November, December. Y'all got quiet. Let me stay right here. Okay. Wait till November, December when it get cold, you know. And it's raining, that wet rain that don't feel good, brother son, you know, on your body. And the Lord know my heart instead of all that other stuff we saying. Yeah, that's what we call. What if we have to, but if not? Because I'm going to propose it to you more. What if God came back on one of them days? What excuse can we offer at that point to say, but if not? Lord, let me talk to you for a minute. Lord, let me work this out. and it's too late. See, we gotta be but if not Christians. When I'm going through my trial, I'm a but if not Christian. No matter what God does for me, I know it's gonna work out to his benefit. Romans 8 tells that. We know those who love the Lord often call according to his purpose. All things work together for good of those who love the Lord. If I love the Lord, and I know he loves me, I know it's gonna work out right. Now, it may not work in that moment that I want it, but it's going to work out how God wants it to work so God can get the glory. See, sometimes we have to know how to delay our own faith. Stop asking for so much stuff. That's what God's trying to teach us. Sometimes we want everything right then, right now, and we want a lot of it. You want all that money. Boss, I should be making nurse money right now. You ain't no nurse. That don't make sense. I shouldn't pay what they pay them. No, you shouldn't. What they do. It's a process to get there. Your life ain't no different in Christianity. God said you gotta wait on some things. No, I don't want to wait. I want it right now. Microwave Christian, that's what we are. I want everything right now. And I want it hot. You ain't putting no money in the pocket. Like you asking God for something, you ain't putting none on. You ain't did no work. You ain't did nothing. And but Lord, help me out. These boys have been serving God since they've been in exile. They've been living faithful. Y'all, you gotta understand, Daniel was not written over 1 week. That's a period of time. So they went from in the king's court to under Daniel to now. My life is on the line. But I've been serving God the whole time. So, but if not, keep reading, brother.
Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fear, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
That ain't really Nebuchadnezzar. That's really the devil. He's just working through him. You gotta understand that. Don't look at people when they're doing you wrong. Look at who's working through the people. Jesus said to Peter, "Get thee behind me, Satan." Alright, so if I hear somebody like, "Hey Satan, how you doing?" Shouldn't be offended if you're the devil, alright? If you're the devil and somebody call you the devil, don't get mad. Just do better. Now if you get mad, that's just more devil in you that we need to get out. Alright? So we're gonna pray for you, we're gonna pray with you, but we're gonna call it what it is. Get into it, going through it, want to do it, keep reading.
Therefore he spake, and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hose, and in their heads, and their other garments, and were cast.
All their clothes. I'm gonna burn fast. Like, I don't care about nothing. I put ropes on you. I put everything on. That's why I start like that. 7 times hot. What do you do, church, when the Satan turns your heat up in your life? When your life starts to get a little hot. You know, black folk, we don't like to be hot. Imagine your spiritual life. You've been comfortable for a while. He just turned that heat up on you all of a sudden. You know what? Let me try him hard. Let me try him hard. I can't break him. Let's turn it up even harder. Satan will destroy some of his own people just to get a faith with you. So there's no sense in arguing with collateral damage when you really understand what it is. If you're arguing with a dummy, amen, church. If I'm arguing with a dummy, oh, hold on, let me tell you about. If I'm arguing with a dummy, that makes me another dummy. All right? So now I'm arguing spiritual matters with people who don't understand it. I'm trying to convince people stuff that they'll never believe. And I don't want to get on their level for that. Because now Satan figure out, see, I've told my mom this all the time. Sometimes Satan will use your love for God against you. You want to do right so bad, and you hate to see people do wrong so bad, that God will make you a hypocrite. He'll make you say, you know what, them folks, I ain't cool with them people. Oh yeah, wow, okay, yeah. Right here. So while we're on this street, let's go on this street for a minute. Sometimes we love the Lord so much that we don't realize everybody walks in the different.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody can't walk as fast as you at all
That's
times.
right.
Sometimes people gotta just barely crawl.
That's right.
Sometimes people sprint on that road, but everybody's walk is just not like yours. So when you're judging people and when you're looking down at people, remember you was once in that spot.
That's right.
See, we become mature Christians sometimes a little too fast.
All
Because
right.
our immaturity is still there when we're high-minded. I'm looking for, no, she ain't ready. How you know? You talk to her? No, she just don't look like she got it. Show me what that look like. I'm talking to us today, y'all. Y'all might not put no money in collection plate. That's all right. I'm gonna preach this.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lesson that we need here.
Yeah.
Because if you stop looking at people for outside appearance, stop looking at people on basis you don't know, you really be much better off. I want to really thank Brother Jay up here. I got the floor so I can do that.
Amen.
Brother Jay has been laboring at the building hard.
Yes.
Now, not on top of that, we've had sisters who've been here at the building faithful, working with Brother Jay. Telling him how to do his job right. I mean, they've been really, really good at this. They've been well at this. But let me tell you what I've heard from all those people. They have really enjoyed getting to know one another.
Oh, yeah.
See, when you work together,
Oh, yeah.
you grow together,
That's right.
and you love together. Because I know sometimes a person now versus, oh, they're just brothers in Christ.
That's right. That's right.
You don't know nobody people. You know, hey, sister, I love you, I love you. You don't know where their house is. I love you, I love you. You ain't get no phone call.
That's right.
They be sick, go to the hospital. Sister, what's the last name? You gotta call a preacher to get the last name for somebody. That's just sad now.
That's right.
I'm so appreciative.
That's true.
They really get to know each other
That's right.
through this project. This project is more than just the building, y'all. It's about spiritual building. It's about kingdom building. So I'm really appreciative of that. Keep reading. Let's go. I'm sorry.
And were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace.
I am in this storm.
Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and
That's
Abednego.
collateral damage. I don't care about these other people. I want God's people. See, when you got targets on you, see, the devil just gave his own people away just then. The king turned the flame up. Brother Alfred, got everybody. That fire wasn't for them.
Well, all right.
That's a lesson in that too now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You keep hanging around them dumb people we just talking about.
Oh, yeah.
And that fire for you, but it wasn't meant for you. But then you get it. Just know that.
All right.
That's right.
I ain't gonna touch that one. Keep reading. I ain't gonna touch that one.
And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace.
Now here's the thing. I want you to catch that verse. Read that last verse again. 23.
And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning
The
fire.
Bible says they fell down bound.
Oh, yeah.
Don't ever think Satan can't knock you down.
Oh, yeah.
Amen.
We serve God.
That's
God
right.
has a hedge in our life, but Satan can still do damage to you.
That's right.
Amen.
There's some things he can do that can knock you down.
Well,
This is a physical application of a spiritual connection.
yes.
Sometimes you have no power,
Well,
and it seems like Satan is winning.
yes.
These boys, there's nothing they can do at this point but the Lord. They are hands tied, feet are bound, and they are helpless within their own capabilities. Have you ever felt like that?
Yes.
I've done I've prayed every prayer I can pray, and I have nothing left of my own capabilities. Satan is winning. I've tried to read my Bible. I've studied as much as I can. I've turned it over to the Lord, but that's all you can really do. Jesus, what are you going to do now? But if not.
Well,
And this is where we are right now, but if not. Ask yourself that question over, but if not. What will I do, but if not? Keep reading.
Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, Did not we cast three men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fight,
Here we go.
and they have no hurt.
Church say, want to do it? Say, want to do it? There we go. Let's read right there.
And the form of the 4th is like the Son of God.
Whenever I'm coming through something I can't deal with, God is always with me.
Yes.
Jesus is always walking with me.
Right.
He said, you know, put 3 in there. Jesus said, I see 4.
Well,
You tell me, yeah, Jesus is always with me. Well, see, when we were singing this morning, Jesus was here. If you had your arm crossed, Jesus was looking at you. When we were praying, Jesus was here.
yes.
If you like this, he was looking at you again too.
Amen.
When the collection come around in just a second, and you flip past them big ones to get to the other one, Jesus looking at you again too. All right, I just want to throw that out there. All right. Because he's always with us. So that's one thing as a child of God. Jesus never leaves me nor forsakes me.
Amen.
So even if I can't get out of it, he's walking beside me.
Yes.
When I'm struggling, he's still right there with me to guide. When I say, Lord, I've been falling short, he's still saying, I got you. See, I'm not saved because of my own goodness. I'm saved because of grace, and that comes through Christ Jesus. You should be happy, and you should say amen about that. Now he says to them, I see one like the Son of God.
Yes.
When you're doing things in life, can people see God walking with you?
All right.
See, you can't really say, won't he do it, if you already want doing stuff. If you the mess starter, you can't say, won't he do it.
Amen.
If you ain't never read your Bible, you can't say, won't he do it.
Right.
If you ain't never praying for them, you can't say, won't he do it. Because here's the thing. He talks to me through the book.
All right.
Right.
So if I'm not in the book,
Right.
I don't know what it sound like.
All right.
Who is he? I don't know who he is.
All right.
If I'm not in that book. I talk to him in prayer. If I'm not connected to God properly, I don't know what God's response is.
All right.
See, a lot of times Christians fall short because they don't understand when God says no. When God says not right now.
Yes.
There's a difference. Delay does not mean deny.
Right.
It just means delay.
Right.
But if I'm not spiritually minded and I'm not locked in, I don't get what God is really trying to tell me.
All right.
So when I look at my life and I say, ooh, storm, all right. Look over to Jesus. Hi, Jesus. Don't look left now. Y'all know what happens to the left side. Don't look left. Look right. If you didn't laugh, you didn't get that joke. That means you ain't reading your Bible, right? That's a Bible joke there. You got to understand what that means.
Yeah.
All right. So you write to Jesus, I need your help. I need you to really show me that you're God right now. Because that's what really has to happen to these 12 things. Nebuchadnezzar sees him, he says what?
Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and spake and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, ye servants of the Most High God.
Oh, who you worship now? Read that again.
Ye servants of the Most High God.
Who is your God right now?
All right. All right.
You're supposed to say that one more time, sir.
Ye servants of the Most High God.
That sounds good, right? That's
Oh, yeah.
See, in chapter 2, he called him God of gods. In chapter 3, he says, oh, no, I know who you serve. The Most High God.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But if they had got themselves out of that problem, he would have never said that.
All right. All right.
Get into it, going through it, and won't he do it?
Yes.
But you got to always have to stay the course through my own trial. I'm not going to leave the Lord. I'm going to draw closer to the Lord. I don't need my source of strength. I draw closer to my source of strength. Because I really have no strength on my own at this moment. Why do I have we close? We close them right here.
Come forth and come hither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came forth for the midst of the fire. And the princes, governors, and captains, and the king's counselors being gathered together, saw these men upon whose bodies the fire had no power, nor was an hair of their head singed, neither were their coats changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them.
That's true protection from God right there.
Yes.
When all broke loose, God said, I ain't gonna let it touch you.
Oh, yeah.
Amen.
It looked bad around you. Circumstances look ugly, but I got you covered.
All right.
Do you truly believe that you cover today?
Right.
If you cover, you should act like it.
All right.
If you cover, you should take the word out to other people because I know I'm covered. No matter what you do to me, I'm still covered. Take my job, I'm still covered. Talk bad about it, I'm still covered.
All right. All right.
Oh, you gotta catch that now. See, that's why you come to praise God, because you know you got His covered. He allows us that coverage. If you don't have that in your life, then you need to get closer. Because I promise you, a storm is coming. Keep reading.
Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, Blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel, and delivered his servants that trusted in him, and have changed the king's word, and yielded their bodies, that they might not serve nor worship any God except their own God. Therefore I make a decree that every people, nation, and language which speak anything amiss against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dung heap.
Look at that. That's why I don't trust people right there. Don't trust no people now. You want to kill me early on in the chapter. Now you telling the folks who try to set me up. And how it works. If you don't put your trust in God, people are flimsy. The Bible said confidence in an unfaithful man is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. And you got to get that picture now. It said confidence in an unfaithful man is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. Have you ever tried to eat on a broken tooth? Have you ever tried to walk with your ankle looking like that? It's just not really functional. I'm not worried about people because people are flimsy. People are back and forth. They lukewarm, they with you when you're up. You can't find them down. You know, but when you first started saying he had promotion, everybody, hallelujah, God is awesome, praise the Lord, we're so happy for you. Let brother Junior lose his job. And he said, bro, y'all, I need some financial assistance. You know, God gonna work it out for you. That's people. You know, people give you a lot of stuff when you up. It's when you down, you need them. Yeah, Lord bless you. He gonna keep you. Amen. You know, we studied that in James on Wednesday night. Y'all remember that? Man stomach, he's grinding, hungry. The Lord gonna work it out for you. My stomach's still grinding. I'm still hungry. That's why I don't have confidence in man like my confidence in God. The one thing God cannot do is fail. We know that. Keep reading the last verse.
Because there is no other God that can deliver after this sort. Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon.
Not only did God say, I'm going to bring you out of your storm, I'm going to take you to a high plane. That's what I'm saying amen about right there. If you don't know how God works, that means you haven't been through a true storm as a Christian. If you don't understand that God will bring you to another level that you never could imagine, but you got to be willing to go through things. See, God doesn't bless us sometimes with stuff because He knows we're not ready for it.
That's right.
He knows we can't handle it, and He knows it'll take us away from Him. You know, a lot of people, that issue is money. And when God bless you with a lot of money, you get in a lot of trouble. Because you couldn't handle the money. A lot of people issue, they want this big house. I've seen a lot of people have gorgeous houses, and they work 24 hours a day to keep the house. That's called house poor. When all you do is work to show off a house. But you can't enjoy it because you got to be at work all the time. So when you come home and, you know, you ain't never watch that big screen TV that you bought. Because you at work. Them 6 bedrooms, you can't enjoy it because you at work. Then you get mad now when somebody else at your house, but you at work. I ain't gonna go on that one today. I'm just gonna say that's another lesson. All right, it's a different topic for a different day. The point of that is, when you say God does it on His time, He does it in His way, and all I gotta do is follow the right path. You can say, get into it, going through it, and wanting to do it. On this morning, everybody here this morning has a road right now. If you are not a Christian, you have 2 options. You can say, I want Jesus, Or you can say, I don't want Jesus. The devil is telling you right now, even if you're saying, I want Jesus, he's saying, wait another day. The devil realizes the one thing that works against man is time. I don't have to make you believe that Jesus is not the Son of God. I don't have to make you believe that he's not the Savior of the world. What I have to make you believe is that today is not the day to do that. You do it on Monday. Don't do it today, do it Monday. Well, do it next week when it's more convenient. That's the devil's biggest trick, is trying to convince us that we have no time.
Amen.
And James said, what is your life? It is like a vapor. It appears for a little while and then vanish away. We don't know how long our life is going to last. We don't know how long God will leave those roads open to us. But we have to just say, I have life. The blood is running warm in my veins today, and I'm going to make it right today. If you are a Christian and you have not been living right, if you have not repented, today is that day. If you need strength, today is that day. If you need encouragement, today is that day. You have the prayers of the righteous. You have brothers and sisters. One of the problems I find in church myself is that people think it's wrong to ask for forgiveness, and they think it's wrong to ask for strength.
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with asking for strength from the greatest source of your strength.
Amen.
That's right.
See, if I got money in the bank, I'm going to go to the bank and get some money if I need it. I'm not going to just let my money sit in the bank when I need my money.
That's right.
Jesus is the source of forgiveness.
Amen.
God the Father removes sin from us. If I'm in the family, I have an unlimited access to forgiveness and unlimited access to grace.
Amen.
Why would I not use it if I need it? We're going to give you that opportunity right now. We'll pray with you for you. Stand and sing something.
Holy Spirit, will and lead us.
Something said on this morning that will make you want to be a better Christian. If you don't remember anything else this week, just remember, get to it, going through it.